Thank you, and I hope you will come back and see me again soon. Bye. Hi there, Pile 4. Thank you so much for being here. If you chose the Unakite Heart and the Ethereal Visions Tarot, this is going to be your reading. And if you are confused at all and you skip the intro, you might want to look at that because it probably has the answers that you are looking for. But I'm just going to be 100% with you, Pile 4. I'm really excited to do your reading. But I was not anticipating this reading being as long as it has been. It's been a pleasure and joy, so I don't regret it. But if I slip up and have a couple, if I accidentally call you the wrong pile or have trouble finding words, just have a little patience with me because I was not planning on going for this long, but I'm really excited to do your pile. So let's just go ahead and look at the energies between you and the next person you will be in a relationship with, or the person you could already be in a relationship with now. So to start, oh no, that was my one. Okay, this one. So we have nurturing. You guys are the only child that got 2 chakra cards, and here's why. I got this card, number 3, nurturing, and it is this chakra right here. It's underneath the root chakra. I called it the Earth Star chakra, but I like to call it the Mega Root because I think I like it more. And as I was putting the deck back, I saw the back of the deck and it had this chakra, which is the, we're just going to call it the Mega Crown. I can't remember. It's like the Star Soul chakra. And it's number 33. So you have 333 here and all of the chakras, and it says angels and masters. So I was like, buddy, this is a significant connection. And like, this is why tile 4 just had to happen, no matter how long the other tiles were. And that's why I'm so excited for your reading, because I know it's going to be a really special one. This is a really special relationship. Either coming your way or going to be in your life. So let's look at the energies surrounding your connection. So the archangel surrounding your connection is Archangel Sindalphon, Song of Divine Purpose. And the energy surrounding it is vulnerability. The positive energy surrounding it is. Okay, so let's look at the energy of the first person when they are in this relationship. So we have the tarantula. I don't know how we're going to do this. We have Leo. And we have freedom. I possess the power and free will to create my own happiness. And then the other person in this connection is being represented by the Cobra, Jupiter, and trust. I'm sorry, I got distracted. I just heard the saying, girls go to college to get more knowledge, boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider. And I don't know why, but I felt like I had to say, and I don't know, maybe that, but I feel like depending on who was saying it, could be boys go to college to get more knowledge, girls go to Jupiter to get more stupider. A non-binary kings and queens just get to vibe. So anyway, let's talk about this because this is so cool. If you're already with this person, like, congratulations. This is amazing. This is beautiful. And if you pick this pile, congratulations, because this is the person that you are going to be in a relationship with next. And like, let's be realistic. Sometimes it can take a little while for these relationships to come in, but this one is going to be so worth it. And it's very clearly divinely protected. One big thing that I'm seeing right away is that for some of you, music could be huge. Maybe you could make music together. Maybe music could be a big thing. But the biggest thing that I'm seeing, besides like clairaudience, you could hear this person's voice in your head. If you already know them, you may not know them yet. So be aware of that. But I feel like you get messages about this person in music, or you both use music as a way to show each other how you're feeling or how you want to communicate. But your next relationship, or the relationship you're in, has a very beautiful divine purpose for it. And I think it's truthfully not the purpose that you might be thinking of. Because you two are very independent, very fiery. We have so much fire here. We have Leo, we have both of you are being represented by fire cards. So that would also include Aries and Sagittarius. And we also have lions over here. We got lots of lions. And I ain't lying about that. Anyway, it's just powerful, powerful energy. And like I've been reading for like what 5 or 6 hours, like in between takes. Like obviously the video is not that long, but like I have to shuffle, I have to clear, I have to reset, I have to do everything. But I've been here a long time, sitting in this chair, and like I just have a burst of energy again, and it's because it's your guys' energy is so powerful. And I mean, so 323 is definitely a significant synchronicity for the both of you. 3 is a number of divinity. You both are very highly evolved souls, but because of that, it's very hard for the both of you to meet people, to trust people, to be in relationships with people. And I think your desire, both of you have this desire to feel normal and to feel loved. And I think you both have had the habit in the past of like settling or trying to stick it out in a relationship because there's a lot of passion here. And I feel like you both have had this habit where you're a little stubborn and your ego, like at times doesn't want to let go of things, doesn't want to let go of people, even if you feel like they're not right for you. And what's different about this relationship is that this is the way you and this person are going to be rewards for one another for doing your healing, following your life's purpose, and letting go of the things that don't serve you. Because you both are very incredibly powerful people. And I think that you both have this like feeling deep down. I think part of the reason why both of you have been afraid to love or to open yourselves up to love again is because I feel like you both believe yourselves to be unlovable, which is so silly because I'm looking at this energy now and I already like adore both of you. You're so cute. I'm like, I love this. Like, but you know, when you are a very powerful person, the way both of you are, it can be really hard to feel like people get you. And truthfully, I feel like you both are the type of people where you're not somebody to really be, I feel like you don't even have crushes very often. Like it's like you either like, you both are intuitive in a way that you either know that something is right or it's not. And I think the problem that you guys have gotten yourself into in the past is that your gut feelings were wrong when you dated people in the past, or were in relationships with people in the past and it felt right. It's because it was right at the time. But once things start to feel wrong, it doesn't mean that you were wrong or that you are wrong for being involved with that person. But what it actually means is that you're learning what you need to learn from this person and it's time to move forward. And I think both of you have had this issue where instead of just letting go of the people that aren't serving you anymore, there's either this ego thing where you don't really want to admit to yourself that you were wrong in the past, which you were, so you have to let go of that. But then there's also this energy of like, I definitely see like you both seem to be very sentimental people and you value history with somebody, because I think it's hard for the both of you to open up in the first place. And so that's why this connection is so special and so beautiful, is because not only will you two intrinsically understand each other, but you'll feel safe enough to be vulnerable with each other. And what's interesting is that even though there's so many similarities between you two, I see very distinct differences in what you both bring to the table and what you both are able to provide and what you both need. So for this tarantula person, I feel like this is a person who, especially with Leo, I mean, man, I just heard arrogance. If you're this tarantula person, no shade. This is really more so about like, it's a fixed energy. And so I definitely think that the tarantula's problem, especially in the past, has been that they get really fixed on a certain person or a certain idea of what they want to happen. And when that doesn't pan out in reality, I think it can be really crushing for them or you if it's you. And my right ear is ringing really loud. Anyway, you both have such big hearts. And the problem is that I think that this tarantula person in their past relationships, because what's interesting is that this relationship is a game changer for the both of you, and Spirit's really reiterating that fact to me. But they want me to talk about your past relationships because it explains what this relationship is like healing and how and why this relationship is so satisfying and why this relationship is almost like a reward or like good karma for like what you have been doing. So with this tarantula card, yeah, this is all about like life's purpose. The real like the meaning of it in the book is about like being at a crossroads and like your life's purpose and stuff like that. And this is definitely somebody who is very like all or nothing, which I think the Cobra person is too. But when I was saying about their past relationships, is that like I feel like this Leo person, I'm saying they don't have to be a Leo. Let me make that clear. They don't have to be Leo. They don't have to have any Leo placements. I meant to say tarantula, but Leo's just easier to say. You both being represented as lions, but they definitely could be a fixed sign. So Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. But I feel like they get stuck on these really fixed ideas and it's hard for them to be swayed from them. And so they kind of hold back their own growth because they're unwilling to let go of things, either because they still believe in them or they're too stubborn to let go. They don't want to admit that to themselves. They're not ready to let go. But then it's like, because I feel like this tarantula person is gonna have, I feel like you both are gonna have long periods of being like single before you come together to be in a relationship. This tarantula person now really values their freedom because I think that they view themselves as losing a lot of time and losing themselves when they were holding on to something that they realized now wasn't serving them. Or yeah. And so I feel like this tarantula person made like almost like a pact with themselves that like they would always be free. Like they would never allow themselves to be like trapped or committed to something like ever again. And the beautiful thing about this relationship is that the freedom that this tarantula has been looking for lies within this relationship. And this is what's so beautiful. Because this is showing me this connection. The only reason that this connection can come into will happen, this relationship will happen, is because the two people here have healed their codependency to the point where it's not unhealthy and it's not going to get in the way of the connection. Because even though these two people are independent, there is levels of codependency here in both of them, where they are passionate people. I feel like they both enjoy, you and this person really enjoy the feelings of passion and like the beginning stages of connecting with somebody. But let's talk about this Cobra, because this Cobra person's in a much different arena. Because I feel like this Cobra person has wanted a relationship. Even though they've been hurt in the past, they have wanted something beautiful with somebody. But the difference between their past relationships and this one is that they trust the tarantula completely and they feel secure and safe in the relationship. This relationship is going to be humbling for the both of them because, but when I say humbling, it's not like a slice of humble pie way. It's more in a like, wow, I didn't even know that people like this existed. And it's almost like you and this person will like look at how you judged love and life and be like, wow, I really discounted the universe on this one. Like I really didn't think that they could pull through like this. I'm seeing the image of a siren, like a mermaid singing. And it's almost like you two are just going to naturally be cold to one another. Or you were naturally cold to one another when you healed these fears. I think it's less like wounds and it's more fears. This tarantula was afraid of being trapped, of losing themselves, of feeling stuck. And this Cobra person was afraid of putting their heart in somebody's hands, of opening themselves up to somebody. Because let's be clear here, both of these people are incredibly impressive individuals. And they both have their own ambitions. This Cobra person being represented by Jupiter has a lot of good energy surrounding them, has a lot of blessings surrounding them. And truthfully, like, this Cobra person probably believed in this connection a lot earlier than this tarantula person did. It's likely that this is going to be something that builds over time. But I could be wrong. It could happen really anyway. But I think the beautiful thing about this connection, like when you're in this energy, this is going to be so harmonious and healthy. Like, you both are going to acknowledge that this is a blessing, and you both are going to be nurturing to one another in the ways that you need it. Like, you both are going to learn one another's love languages and will oblige by those. You know, the Cobra is going to be respectful of the tarantula's space, respectful of their boundaries, respectful of what they need to feel free, and will support them in what they are doing. Whereas the tarantula will give the Cobra the reassurance they need to know that they are valued and that they are loved. The Cobra will be able to actually trust the tarantula and will feel like not only that, they can trust their inner guidance. Because even though we're going to talk about in the extended how you guys meet or how you did meet, will meet, whatever, this is like a gift for both of you. It's like you're unlocking something, like access to something. Because like for some of you, you might know this person, because I feel like a connection like this, if you felt it, you know it. But I mean, by all means, it could be a new person as well. So we'll see more, especially with the charms and stuff. But and ultimately, that's up to you. But I feel like this tarantula person is going to support the Cobra and their dreams and their ambitions. Is there a Green Day song that mentions like a lady Cobra or something like that? Because that just keeps playing in my head, but I have no idea what the song is. I just know that there's a lyric and then where it just says something about a lady Cobra. So if you know that, maybe comment that. But this is expansive energy, and Leo is the sun. So between the two of you, this connection is nothing but blessings on blessings on blessings. Like, this is blessed, and know that you both deserve this. So if you're already in this, know that you both deserve this. And if you are manifesting a connection like this, know it's coming. If you know who this person is and you're like, it's them or it's nobody, you're right. But I want to be clear that we're talking about your next relationship. So I'm not saying that you guys will be together forever. That's going to be different for everybody. Forever doesn't even really exist. Everything is finite. But I don't want any of you, like, if you're still single, don't have expectations of outcome. Just go into this with honesty. But like, here's the thing: you guys are so involved. I feel like I don't even need to say this. But I do, just to err on the side of caution. You both are very highly evolved souls. Like, Jupiter is the king of the gods, and Leo is the sun. So like, you guys are very powerful people. And the fact that you're both represented by fire, it's very spiritual energy. It's creative. It's destructive. But, the blessing about fire is that when things burn down, it gives the earth a clean slate for new things to grow. And I think it's like when you both set your worlds on fire and just do like a massive purge of like all the things that are serving you both, it's really going to open up the gateways for the both of you. But the beautiful thing is that you will find your home in one another. You will find a sense of security, a sense of peace. This chakra is all about abundance as well. You're going to feel grounded to the earth, which both of you feel very light. And by that, I just mean like you could be a lot more cosmic. Or like for some of you, it could be star seeds, especially this Jupiter being like maybe one of you is a star seed and the other one's a very old earth soul. And so you're coming together to like combine earth and the cosmos, which would be really cool. But both of you have definitely been hurt a lot. And there's a divine purpose for bringing you two together. And we're definitely going to see what that divine purpose is. Because, I'm hearing We Appreciate Power by Grimes. So, and I also was thinking as I was like getting ready for this, like I was like, this pile is big energy. And now let me clarify that big dick energy does not indicate a big dick. The actual physical size of somebody's thing does not matter. And truthfully, y'all could be two lesbians. Y'all could be like, it doesn't matter what you're working with. It's the energy. The energy is big dick energy. And by that, I just mean you both are really impressive, really powerful, and I don't know what big dick energy is. So I don't even know why I need to explain this, but I guess in the off chance that it needs explained. But this is like you're meeting your match. Like and here's the thing. I feel called to say for some of you, you might not meet this person for a while. I don't know how long that is. And I don't want to say that to discourage you because everything happens the way it is, the way it's meant to. But like, I feel like that's important to note only because I feel like you will have flings. You might have experiences. And truthfully, for some of you, you might already know who this person is. And maybe like this is something where, you both have wanted to align, but you've been attached to other things. You haven't been able to let go of other things yet. You haven't reached a level of evolution and a level of healing. Like what I know for sure is that this relationship can't work if either person isn't healed. And so the divine is not going to bring this together unless you two you got your fucking ducks in a row. So, and that's why there's so many blessings to come, because truthfully, I almost want to say, like, don't give up on your healing. Don't give up on your purpose. Don't give up on what you're doing, because this connection is delicate and fragile in the sense that if you gave up on this, I don't want to scare them. Let's not giving up. Let me rephrase that. If you hold on to things that don't serve you, it's going to prolong this coming in, because I don't think it's like this will happen so long as you do the healing. But Spirit's like reiterating to me that if you wait until you're 75 to be in alignment with this, that's not going to happen until you're 75, which I don't think that's going to happen, truthfully. I don't think it's going to be that long. I think everything will be by then. I don't mean to scare you, but I think what Spirit wants me to tell you about this is that I feel like there are things in your life and this person's life where you're really afraid to let go of them out of fear that you're losing something, but you're not if what you have in your life right now isn't serving you, by losing it, you're just making room for you to gain more things, to gain more blessings. And I think that you both are very impressive, very powerful people that have wield a lot of spiritual power and can really create a lot of change. Like, you both feel like light workers to me, if I'm going to be honest. Even if your partner doesn't identify as a light worker, even if you don't identify as a light worker, like, this does feel like light worker energy. This is very spiritual. This has a deep rooted purpose. And I don't think this is your first go around with this person. Like, this person comes in like as a blessing. And what's interesting is that the energy is going to be different for some of you. Like, this is a very high level soul connection, but for some of you, it's like you and this person are going to do the inner work separately and meet when you're healed enough to have a beautiful, harmonious connection. Like, Spirit doesn't want you to go through any hardships with this person. But for others of you, this will be somebody that you go through hardships with. Like, in the sense that maybe this could be like a separation type thing where you, maybe there's a false start, maybe you try this out and it doesn't work out, it turns out really badly, or yeah, honestly, I don't feel like you ever dated this person before. So if you know them, it feels like you are either just friends or it was like a should've, would've, could've thing. I don't feel like you've actually been with this person before and like we're in a committed relationship together. I'm gonna put my foot down on that. It's like not an ex. Hopefully that brings you some comfort. But actually what can help facilitate this, speaking of exes, is maybe letting go of some of those people that your side hoes. I'm just gonna be honest. I mean, like, do what you want, but I feel like both of you have this energy where like you're pretty content doing your own things in life. You want that love, but like you get by on like attention because you both know you're kind of awesome. But you both, I think, as you keep like evolving in life, you start to crave deeper and deeper love and deeper connection. And you'll realize just as you keep healing, the people that you're holding on to, the situations you're holding on to, the things you're holding on to. For some of you, I'm hearing like clean out your closet, clean out your house, especially if there's like people's stuff that has like a heavy energy attached to it. But essentially, this is only going to come in when you're truly ready for it. And that takes a lot of work. But you both have already, like, the fact that it's here shows that it can happen and is possible. And if you're already in a relationship with this person, I would definitely appreciate you like leaving comments for other pile fours to know that this is possible, because I think there's a lot of fear and a lot of doubt with you and this person. Because whether you know them or not, I think it's more stressful if you do know them, because it's like you have this feeling like there's something more there, but you don't really have anything to confirm it. And that's why it's really important to trust. And that's why I think trust and freedom are important on both ends, because by trusting your inner voice, that is what guides you correctly. So for example, if I'm like, get rid of your side hose, and you're like, I'm not ready to get rid of my side hose. And I don't mean side hose as in like you're dating somebody, but it's just like, you're like the people that you text when you're like feeling lonely and you're like, I just need gratification to know that like I'm wanted or whatever. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. Because you both have that energy, whether you want to admit it or not. Like, and if you're like, that's not you, then I don't think this is your pile, my darling. But I could just be wrong about that. So maybe that's just for some of you. It's a general reading. And we like to leave it open here at Ace Tarot Industries. And here's the thing. This is why you'll realize once you're with this person, why it was so important to trust your gut this entire time. But you're going to feel powerful when you're with this person, no matter who you are. I feel like if you're the tarantula person, you're going to be a lot more positive, a lot more joyful. You're going to feel like you have a lot more of a purpose than you once did. And you're definitely going to feel like you're going to be excited to Hi, you both are gonna be excited to go to bed together and you're gonna be excited to wake up and face the day together. Because it's like, even though you're both doing your own things, like I can definitely see you guys, have, like, you both could be like entrepreneurs, you both could be like, have really high, really like stressful jobs or like really time consuming jobs or something like that. But like, I feel like it's something you both enjoy. So it's worth it. But it's like you're so interconnected with this person. Like, you're connected to this person and by the core of the earth and the stars of the cosmos. Like, you can't mess up a connection like this. And it's just gonna happen when it's meant to happen. But it's because it's so intense and powerful and like fiery. Like, you both are very fiery people. Which doesn't shock me that we have all this fire here. And let me be clear, you and this person don't have to be fire signs or have fire placements for this to apply. I can't remember isn't Jupiter ruled by Sagittarius though? Or is Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter? I think there's another. Let me look. Because I can't remember. This is the astrological oracle, by the way. And I just need to see. Okay. Jupiter. No, it doesn't say. Oh, wait, maybe I gotta go to the signs. These are like Asocles, like somebody else could just comment. Okay. Yes, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Is there any others? Pisces, Neptune, Aquarius, Uranus, Mercury. Okay, yeah. So it's only my Sagittarius. Only my Sagittarius. So we got hella fire here. I just heard hello darkness, my old friend. I think one thing actually you and this person are gonna bond over is how you've triumphed over so many of your struggles. My sun rose quartz is like vibing over here. So I definitely think there's gonna be a lot of love here. This is gonna be a connection where you feel safe, where you feel secure, where you feel loved. It's gonna be gentle. It's gonna be kind. This is gonna be an unconditionally loving relationship. And I think what's beautiful about this is that no matter what the outcome of this relationship is, even if this isn't somebody you spend the remainder of this lifetime with, there is unconditional love attached to the both of you. And I think that you will have a lot of comfort in that. But truthfully, if I'm going to be honest, I feel like you and this person, once you do align, will be in it for the long haul, however long that is. I see at the very least a long-term relationship here. I don't see a short-term thing or fling here at all. But let's go ahead and look at the purpose of this connection and like why you and this person are meant for each other, because it's gonna kind of reiterate what I've already been saying, because it has in the past groups, which is good because I like to know that I'm on the right track at the very least, but also things that I didn't see yet. So I'm really interested to see what's gonna come through for y'all. Since the Ethereal Visions Tarot have this deck, but I almost like never use it, so I feel like both of you could have really intense psychic abilities as well. And with ethereal visions, I feel like maybe you'll have dreams about this person before you meet them, or maybe you do have dreams about this person, or you'll have dreams about them all the time after you meet them. Very, very connected, like spiritually. And I just heard passion mixes with purpose, and it's that mix of passion and mutual purpose that's going to drive you both forward. So I'm not even going to ask what the point of this connection is. I'm just going to ask like when is your purpose is in this connection. And we got the Empress on the bottom of the deck to start, so love to see that shit. Okay, so screw it. What is the purpose of this connection for pile 4? Okay, we have the moon. Which is interesting because we have the sun. Okay, we have the 3 of swords. We have the King of Swords in reverse. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, yeah. This is basically confirming everything that I was saying. Okay, let's verify all these clues to it. Okay, we have the Page of Cups in reverse. We have the Nine of Cups upright. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So I just heard something about guilt tripping and emotional manipulation. It's not about this person you're going to be in a relationship with, but it's definitely a topic I'll speak about. Six of Cups. And on the back of the deck, we have the Magician in reverse. And we have the King of Pentacles underneath that. And the King of Cups. So I think this is what you both might be evolving into. But so one thing that I'm seeing here is that despite you both being very independent, you do have huge hearts. And the people that you both do care about, you care about very, very intensely. And that's why it's hard for the both of you to let go of people, even after their purpose in your life has run its course. Truthfully, you get stuck in illusions that you placed in your mind because of your perceptions of people and situations in the past, if that makes sense. With this Moon card here, this is Pisces energy. And I think that the purpose of your purpose. Okay, so I'm hearing from Spirit right now that your purpose is something to be discovered with you and this person. And that's kind of the magic of this connection. This is going to be very healing for both of your inner children. And it's going to be very nurturing in that way. And what I'm kind of hearing is that you and this person are not going to know the full point of your purpose together. Because one, you have to get there first. And if you're already there, it's almost like Spirit would be ruining the surprise. Because I think you guys are going to do some really, really big things, pile four, like really huge things. Like I said, big energy, like it's there. And I think that there's a lot of power to be wielded here. So Spirit is instead going to be showing you what you need to know, I guess. And this might not even be directly related to this connection, but it is directly related to this connection in terms of how it'll help propel you towards this if you're not there yet. But what I was saying about manipulation and guilt tripping is that I think because you both have such big hearts, you're very easily susceptible to people preying on that part of you. And it's easy to keep you hooked to people that maybe you should have let go of in the past. And what I'm really seeing here is that the heartbreaks you have experienced have been there to show you that you need to fill up your own cup first. And I think you both are well aware of that. But it's almost like even though you might not be in commitments or in romantic connections with people from your past, like I said, like your hoes. I ain't calling them your hoes because that sounds degrading, but I feel like that's what you guys call them. Or at the very least, just like flings or... It's like you want to have attachments to these people that you know that don't serve a purpose, but because there's history there, or because there once was a mutual connection that was flowing, you don't want to let go of. You don't want to let go of that. It's almost like you feel like you're giving up or you're not being loyal. Loyalty is a huge thing, especially for my Leo people out there. Shout out to y'all. Yeah, I just cut the deck to see what would come out. And we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. It's like, my diary's agreeing with me. Yeah, like with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse and this Ten of Swords in reverse, it's like you don't want to believe in endings, because I think that, especially for fixed energies, like endings are pretty hard. Cardinal energies, on the other hand, like if you're feeling Aries, for example, I'm an Aries and a Libra, like I love beginnings because I'm like, hell yeah, something new, get rid of that old energy. But then at the same time, there's like, when you're sentimental, it doesn't matter what you signed are. If you're a sentimental person and you have love for people, it's hard to just like let go of them. It feels heartless. It feels wrong. And so Spirit's really asking you not to look at it from that way, because love, unconditional love, is patient, it's kind, it's free, it's expansive, it's not restrictive, it's not something you have to hold on to, it's not something you have to force. And I think that there are people in your life that, because they've known you for so long, and same with this person, they know how to play you like a harpsichord. Really, Spirit? I've never said that before, so I don't know who that came from. I don't know who the hell's playing the harpsichord, but they know how to keep you along. And it's like, even though you both are independent and you both focus on yourselves, I think you both do get stuck in these dreamy illusions. And it's hard for you to trust your own intuition, because I think that you can be persuaded very easily when you're not in alignment with your truth. And same with this person. And definitely people that you have a long-standing bond with can really help you or hinder you, in the sense that you might have to set boundaries or temporarily or permanently cut ties with certain people in order for you to evolve and in order for you to heal. Doesn't mean that they're a bad person, and it doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means that you're meant to be consistently evolving, same as this person, and really neither of you are evolving when you're both holding on to something that's not serving you both. And you might think that it is, like you might believe in that, but I feel like there's just a lot about past lingering energies here. And I think it's a lot about people. And it's like people that you're not in a commitment with, or maybe never were in a commitment with, or maybe were in a commitment with a long time ago, but it's like it's just it's the familiarity. It's hard for both of you to open up. It's hard to be understood. And it's almost like it's starting over. And like, that's scary. It's like you're afraid that if you let go of certain things, nothing will replace it, and that you'll be lonely. And I think one thing that you need to heal, and this person needs to heal in order for this connection to come in, is you have to let go of your scarcity mindset. You have to believe in your own abundance. You and this person have very similar souls, and I think that you probably are part of the same soul family. And you both have had to fight really hard, probably unnecessarily at times, just because you both are very misunderstood people and very unique. And I feel like this connection is meant to show you that there are things that you can't overcome the odds, that there are things worth fighting for, and that if something is truly worth fighting for, which is interesting, because I just said don't force it. So why are you telling me about fighting for things, Spirit? Okay, so no, they're saying what you're fighting for is yourself. And you'll know who this person is either when you meet them or if you've already met them, because you feel free to be yourself around them. And you don't feel like you have to act a certain way, be a certain way, hold back certain things. You can be your true, authentic self with this person. And there will be very sweet, very authentic words between the two of you. And I think that there's kind of some learned helplessness here where you both just get stuck in these patterns, and it's hard for you to get out of them, and it's hard for you to wake up. Like, I feel like there's definitely some Pisces energy here where maybe you both get stuck in your daydreams or get stuck in just daily shit of life, and procrastinating energy as well, where you're like, oh, I'll address that in the future. You just kind of wait for things to come to you that you don't want to make a decision on, because what's interesting is that you and this person are very decisive. You can make decisions when you want to, but if you're like, ooh, that might hurt or that might be uncomfortable, that's when you don't. And that's when you kind of just like give it up to the universe and you're like, hey, I mean, I guess this person will leave when they're mentally, right? It's almost like you want the universe to make your big decisions for you. And that's why this person hasn't come in yet. The fact that we have the Magician in reverse here and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, you can't bring in these new things that you want to manifest, because let's be real here. You have big dreams. You're a dreamer. You have these awesome visions that are, believe it or not, very possible to come to reality, to come to fruition. But you're not standing in your power. And that is why this hasn't come in yet. Or if you're in separation with this person, this connection isn't moving forward. It's not where you want it to be. But also because you're not, like, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse is like ultra stagnation. And I don't want to say you're ultra stagnating, but at some point in before you are with this person, I think you will be. And I think there's things that you might be holding on to unnecessarily because you're afraid that something will take its place. But I can promise you, I'm giving you Spirit's guarantee. Listen, double pinky promise from Spirit itself that whatever falls away from your life and whatever you choose to remove from your life will be replaced with something far better that is more in alignment with who you are and who you're meant to be and your purpose, and you can trust in that. I mean, the Six of Cups is a beautiful soul connection, and for a lot of you, I do feel like you don't know this person yet, and like this person is gonna come in and they're gonna change the game, and you're gonna be like, wow, I can't believe I held on to that shit that like didn't even really serve me anyway, just because I was afraid of something new. And I'm hearing like high school musical, like this is the start of something new. And yeah, the purpose of this connection is to help you heal everything holding you back so that you can just be your true badass self. And and your person can be the true badass self. And when I say your person, I literally mean like whoever this person is. Because I definitely think for some of you, you have been, I would say a victim, but susceptible to people's manipulation. And I think that people know how to prey on that big heart of yours, and they know how to prey on that guilt. And I think family especially is big for both of you. But that's where it's important to set boundaries, because like maybe you don't want to like let go of your family, but maybe you need to set more boundaries with your family, for example, because it's taking energy away that you should be investing in yourself, for example. But really the purpose of this connection, there's divine purpose, and that purpose is going to be different for every single person watching this. And that's what makes you all unique. But the human parts of us, the natural parts of us, we don't want to let go of shit. We are afraid to change. We like the way things once were. And I think one thing we have to remember is just because things were good doesn't mean that they are now, and that change is okay. You weren't wrong, and you're not wrong now. You're just living your life, and it's a process. Humans have a very like all or nothing, black and white nature to them, where it's like it is or it isn't, when really things can be both, and nothing is very clear in black and white. Everything's gray, man. Like everything is more complex and has more shit to it. And yeah, but one thing's for sure is that this is a powerful group, and the only reason why this connection has not come in, or why it's not happening, is because you're not standing in your power. And once this Magician turns up right, and you're actively working on what you need to work on, you're gonna be ready. You're gonna be ready. Like, and I feel like you just have to be like, ready or not, here I come. Because with this Magician card here, like, you both are very powerful master manifestors. Like, and I feel like this is what you want. This is what this person wants. This type of connection that you are meant to have. But you have to be, but you have to understand that you have to let go of certain things in order to bring that in. Spirit's asking me to pull more cards, so I'm just going to see what Spirit wants you to know then. Spirit, do you have a message for pile 4? What do you want them to know? The Two of Wands in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles upright. And the Six of Wands in reverse, and underneath that, the Ace of Wands upright. And the Queen of Cups. I like, and the Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like you can trust your intuition to navigate these situations. I think the problem is actually that you discount your intuition because you're worried about other people's feelings or how they might feel about things, or you're afraid to let go of certain things. But Spirit is saying that when you have an intuitive feeling that something isn't serving you, you're right. Because sometimes everything that you've needed to explore with a person has been done. And we outgrow people all the time. And it's not because like you're bad or they're bad or you've done anything wrong. You're not a failure for letting people go. You're just making room for new opportunities. I mean, the fact that we have the Ace of Pentacles here and the Ace of Wands really shows me that this connection will not only be solid, something that can grow into the fucking 10 of Pentacles, mind you, and that's psychic and nurturing and comforting and emotionally satisfying, but also there's going to be a lot of passion here. There's going to be an opportunity for you both to create things together, to motivate one another, and you'll know when you feel on top, because you won't feel like this trying to figure out what's missing in your life. Yeah, like you and this person are just going to be unstoppable. Yeah. But in order to be unstoppable, you have to stop what's stopping you.